The Water for All Partnership is an EU-funded initiative for scientific research and innovation for the water sector. Its goal is to tackle water challenges to face climate change, help to achieve the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, and boost Europe's competitiveness and growth to achieve a water-smart society. The Pillar D of Water for All, led by Water Europe, intends to demonstrate the efficiency of innovative solutions through the water-oriented living labs. This is a series of interviews to the frontrunners of water-oriented living labs that will join forces and collaborate in the next phases of the program. Enjoy the series.
So thanks a lot for being available for this interview. Can you first start to describe the PIREN-Seine water-oriented living lab, please?
Thank you for this invitation. I'm Gabrielle Boulot, a politist scientist in INRAE and the next scientific director of PIREN-Seine. And I'm happy to introduce you to Anis Yari, who is the project manager of the PIREN-Seine. And the PIREN-Seine water-oriented living lab is part of a 35-year-long initiative aiming at bringing together scientists and managers of water and aquatic environments of the Seine basin. The goal is to establish a sustainable and resilient socio-ecosystem that can address current environmental and social challenges. In pursuit of this objective, the program has contributed to shaping, expanding, and disseminating knowledge about water-related processes in the local territories of the basin. And this body of knowledge has been collectively built through rigorous data collection and analysis. It involves the conceptualization of the underlying processes facilitated by co-developed and operated infrastructures, projects, models, sensor networks, and monitoring programs. And this understanding of the mechanisms has enabled this water-oriented living lab to create summaries in the form of trajectories and numerical simulation tools, which are shared by partners and external users. And the result is a significant scientific and technical output, including numerous books, scientific articles, technical reports, and more recently, user-friendly documents aimed at a broader audience through popularized materials, workshops, and a dedicated website. So the water-oriented living lab also houses a transfer and valorization operational unit, a non-profit organization that connects researchers, operators, and elected officials from the water sector.
Thank you very much for this nice summary. So what are the innovative, in your opinion, what are the innovative practices, technologies, and methodologies used in the PIREN-Seine?
Regular interaction between researchers and partners, which encompass meetings, workshops, conferences, and field study trips, have been pivotal. The involvement of funding partners goes beyond financial support, extending to active participation in the shaping of the scientific program, including data availability. And these interactions are further enriched by the transfer unit, which has promoted effective knowledge transfer through a dynamic that has piqued the interest of other research programs. The areas of focus within the program are as follows: modeling the nutrient chain within the land-ocean continuum, modeling water balance at the basin scale, and the research is highly interdisciplinary, involving a large range of disciplines.
If I may add something, yes. Here within the PIREN-Seine Living Lab, we have a notion that we frequently resort to when we describe how we work, which is the co-construction of knowledge, as has been described by Gabrielle. The key being to maintain constant interaction between the researchers and the funding partners, but not seeing them as only providing financial support, but also contributing to defining the main subjects, how to prioritize research, so that we are certain to produce results that will interest everyone interested in the basin.
Okay, yeah, that sounds one of the key of your success. What are the societal, economic, and also environmental impacts and benefits on both the local territory, the community, and maybe also a broader community of your water-oriented living lab?
Several tools developed by PIREN-Seine program are actively utilized by institutional partners, each serving specific purposes, including biogeochemical processes like PROS, a model employed by SIAP, the Syndicat interdépartemental d'assainissement de la région parisienne, on a regular basis. Oui, je me suis trompée, je préfère la refaire. So, several tools developed by the PIREN-Seine program are actively utilized by institutional partners, each serving specific purposes, including biogeochemical processes like the model PROS employed by SIAP on a regular basis, and specific Seine River trawler simulations used by the water agency. And these tools are distributed under a Creative Commons license. The program has played also a significant role in improving the water quality of the Seine River. It has facilitated the recovery of key parameters such as oxygen, and with the assistance of tools developed by PIREN-Seine. And furthermore, PIREN-Seine has provided fresh perspectives on the basin through trajectories and scenarios, including the exploration of various average nitrate concentrations under different agri-food system scenarios. And additionally, the program has been instrumental in driving paradigm shift, notably through innovation like urine collection.
Thank you very much.
We can also add the focus, one of the focus of the researchers on the science of micropollutants in water environments, for example. Many researchers from the program have been working on the subject of microplastics as soon as it began to emerge in the scientific world, and the PIREN-Seine research was among the first to tackle that particular issue.
Thank you. What lessons have been learned by your group, and what kind of challenge have you faced? How did you overcome them during the history of the Living Lab?
Well, the lesson that we learned are that comprehensive approaches to studying socio-hydro systems in large watersheds spanning from headwaters to coastal zones, including artificial waterways, offer valuable insights. And these approaches take into account a wide range of human impacts and enable comparisons that highlight variations in social responses to similar pressure. The long-term instrumented sites have proven their usefulness, particularly in time of environmental crisis. For example, during June 2016, a very sudden flood happened in one part of the basin, and the models that the PIREN has developed were crucial to understand what happened and what are the consequences, and to measure the impacts. And these programs have allowed for swift responses during such events. And they also fostered a strong community of researchers and operators who have developed close working relationships. Yes, as I told you just before, some program partners have received training, and this has streamlined real-time responses during crisis.
Okay, and now let's talk about the future. What is your future vision now of the Living Lab, and can you also, even if you wish, provide some tips and tricks for other similar projects across Europe?
Over nearly 35 years, the extensive and productive discussions with our partners have underscored the paramount importance of forging robust partnerships to co-shape scientific programs. Both funding and research partners actively participate in process of, as Anis said, co-construction of knowledge. It is therefore highly recommended to maintain regular updates for all partners on program results and accomplishments. Furthermore, the transfer of knowledge to diverse audiences shouldn't be overlooked. Researchers should have access to operational support that enables them to effectively communicate their work, tailoring the level of technical detail to the specific audience. And this methodology has played a significant role in making PIREN-Seine Water-Oriented Living Lab a genuinely interdisciplinary initiative, setting the stage for successful forays in transdisciplinary research. And this approach will persist as the program moves forward, continually bringing together scientists from various backgrounds.
Thank you very much.